every Wednesday, 4:30 to 5 p.m. for the program Impactful Women, a 30-minute program that features interviews with successful women across various industries, discussing their journeys, challenges, and accomplishments. This program aims to inspire listeners, especially women, to pursue their dreams and aspirations regardless of the obstacles they may face. Impactful Women will delve into different themes such as entrepreneurship, career advancement, leadership, and personal growth. Guests on the program will share their experiences and insight on these topics, offering valuable advice and inspiration to their audience. Listeners can call in to ask questions or share their stories, gain new perspectives, and learn from the experiences of others who have faced similar challenges. Join your host, Ethel Dgiant Gibson, this and every Wednesday, 4:30 to 5 p.m. for the program Impactful Women.
Hello and welcome to Impactful Women. Impactful Women, we are here to shine light on women that are impactful to our society and women that are willing to be out there. And especially for our young girls that are coming up, we also want to shine lights on them. And today we have our guest with us in studio, and they are from the Team Stand Liberia. They are young, beautiful, and they are willing to stand for the right of girls' education. So today we are going to be talking on the importance of educating a girl or girl child, which is very important in our society. But we are going to play a few lines of our theme song, Don't You Go Away, and we will be right back.
Madam President of Africa. Every single woman has a fancy be a woman. Let us unite. Mamas, come and save your child.
Welcome back. However you are listening, remember you are listening to Love 105.1 and Love TV Live right here on 10th Street, Single Monrovia, Liberia. And today we are going to dive deep into our topic, the importance of educating a girl. So we have our guests here with us in studio. They are going to introduce themselves. So, how are you guys?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, let's go. Let's start from you.
Good afternoon, listeners. My name is Ethel Dgiant, a proud member of Team Stand Liberia. I'm Jeffrey Batman, the treasurer of the team, and I'm Josephine F. Wallace, a student of the Stand Liberia.
All right, so we are going to be discussing the importance of educating a girl. So when you hear education, how do you understand education to be?
Education is
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay. Education,
or let's say in my understanding,
education is the art of learning.
It's an art of learning. And so, why is it important to educate a girl?
It's important to educate a girl because uneducated girls are less likely to marry late.
All right.
Okay, to add on to what she said, to educate a girl is to make that girl ready for their futures and also make independent decisions.
For me, I would say that education is one thing that cannot be taken away from anybody, neither girl or boy. So if a girl is educated, she makes changes in life, not only in her own life, but in the life of her children, her families, her communities, and even her country. So a girl should be educated.
Okay, so as we stand right now in Africa, and most especially here in Liberia, that we find most of our young ladies like you guys that are not educated, and it's very important that you guys know everything when it comes to education,
Yeah.
because when you are educated, people will not take advantage of you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, if you are educated, people will not tell you what you know is this is not right, and they're telling you that it's right. You'll be like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
So my second thing here is I want you guys to share with us the disadvantage that some girls, some women are faced with once it comes to the lack of education. What are some disadvantages that girls can be faced with when they are not educated?
Yeah, when a girl is not educated,
All right.
she'll face discrimination and
And
she'll be kind of mocked in the community, like sexual violence. She face all of that because you don't know how to speak out.
all right.
Also, she will make wrong decision in the country and in her family because she is not educated, and also she will not know her wrong from her right doing. Yes.
All right. You?
Girls who are not educated will, are likely to make less productivity in lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we talk about education, does it only it boils down to us, not about us knowing, not going to school or sitting in class and reading all the books. It's about us also learning from our parents too. So when it comes to education, we talk about teenage pregnancy. Can you stretch on teenage pregnancy is also part of education. So you can show us why people get pregnant soon at an early age like you guys.
Okay, people get pregnant soon because of peer pressure.
You say peer pressure.
Yes.
Sometimes if they don't have the right guidance.
Right guidance.
Yeah, sometimes too it can be their parents' fault too, because as a parent you have your child growing up, right? And you see your child is growing up, developing, you have to educate your child. Yeah, now you don't only have to leave it with schools, because sometimes the schools can't really teach the children. So as a mother or as a parent, you have to sit your child down, make sure you teach her all about girls, all about life. But some parents these days, they will say that, oh, my child is still small, if she grows she will know it. So that leads to peer pressure, to their child following peer pressures and listening to friends and making bad decisions.
All right, that's good. So you're saying that teenage pregnancy can also be the fault of the parents.
Yes.
Because they play laissez-faire attitude once it comes to the outbringing of their children.
Sure.
And in playing that laissez-faire attitude, your child leads to peer pressure, and peer pressure leads to them getting pregnant. What if your mother and try her possible best to get to you, not you as a child, knowing that you're supposed to go to school, you're supposed to learn. And even though environment plays a major role in our lives as young children and as teenager, but equally so, some of you guys, some of us girls don't learn from our parents. So what becomes of those that don't learn actually from their parents? Your parents will teach you all that you need to know, but they don't follow. So what do you have to say to girls that don't follow what their parents teach them?
Well, to girls that doesn't follow what their parents teach them, I would like to say that we as girls, we are not made to be giving ourselves out, right? And we should be focused, set our goals and be focused. Whatsoever our parents or guardians are teaching us, we should take it very serious and take it into consideration.
Okay, I would like to say if you don't follow your parents' rules or restrictions, my teachers always tell me that if I don't pay attention, I will be useless in the society.
Alright.
So that girl will be useless in the society.
So if you don't pay attention, you will be useless in the society. That is
Yeah.
a teacher saying. And so, how is your education background? Is it okay? Can
Well-
you kind of share with us some disadvantage that you face with now in Liberia once it comes to your education?
Well, for me, I'll say that my education background is very, very fine. It's very okay because I know my parents support me in everything I do positively.
All right.
Yeah, they always focus on me. Whatever I say, oh, I want to do this in my school. I want to join this in my school. They'll always support me, and that's the reason I'm even part of Team Stand Liberia.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and sorry. And one disadvantage I face in schools nowadays, teachers are, taking money from students.
All right.
Disadvantages.
Yes.
To collect homework, you taking money from your students to collect homework and stuff like that. So that's one disadvantage. Where I know that my education background is very super.
All right.
As for me, my education background is good. Always time my father pays attention to me. During my test period, he will say, oh, go bring all your test paper to don't I see everything. I can want to but that will do.
You just gotta show them.
Yes.
All right. How about you?
Well,
Your education background. How is it?
my education background, I would say it's not balanced. But
Why?
once I want to get something, I go for it. So
Why do you think your education is not balanced?
that's because of the environment I found myself in, especially when you are into a family where everyone is not educated.
Oh yes, I know that.
But
Yes.
once I set my mind on it, I know I will get there.
So yeah, these are some disadvantages that most people are faced with once it comes to their backgrounds. Most time you don't find our parents being educated, and at the end of the day, you tend to follow 95% of people follow their parents' footsteps. And it's good that you are pursuing your dreams and goals. So now we are going to go to our phone lines, take few calls, and then we bring our other batch of people in. So we are going to go to the phone lines. The numbers to call are 087-105-105 and 0778 is 5073. These are the numbers to call and form part of the Empire for Women right here on Love 105.1 to talk to our girls, our young girls that are here that want to learn, they are desperate for education, and they are waiting to be some of the best women here in Africa, in the world at large. So you can call and make your contribution right here on this show, and the numbers to call are 087-105-105 and 0778 is 5073. So we're gonna go back to you while we are with our callers. We want to talk about early marriage. Early marriage to boils down to education. And what do you make of early marriages? What do you think is the cause for early marriage?
Sometimes it can be the parents' fault because nowadays families love money.
Yes, okay.
Yes. So if they see a rich man and your daughter is still in school and that person have money, they will say, oh, let me just give my child out for money.
All right.
Yeah.
So that is one cause for early marriage. Your parents not being educated that much, and they are looking up to you as a child to provide for them.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, let's talk about why young girls are in the streets. There are less of young girls that are willing, ready willing to pursue their dreams and their education. But then there are a few others that are in the streets that are smoking.
Yeah.
They are they just want to be out there just because they want to be free. They want to be alone. They want to have their own say. And as a child, you should be a child until you turn to an adult.
Yeah.
You should have a parent that will guide you through everything. Like you said, sweetheart, you said your education background is not really stable, right? So I want you to talk to them. Talk to the Mac. So how is your education? How is your parents?
Yeah. Actually, for now, I'm living with my dad,
All right.
and he just like to pay my school fees, like the way other parents can do. If you come from school or what you people take on campus will be,
It's not like that.
yes, it's not checking on us or when it comes to the lesson, all of stuff. So, but it's fun once I have Mr. Soccer.
Okay, it's okay because you have a guardians with you. So let's talk about rape.
No, please, I want to answer the first question.
Okay, let's go there.
Yeah, as we said earlier, peer pressure.
All right.
Peer pressure can lead those young girls to be on the streets, taking in drugs.
Yeah.
Yes. They just wanna be just get that position to fit in.
All right. Yeah.
Yes, some friends, you see your friends, or your friends is popular in school, or she have money, everybody know her, so you want to be that person, you want to fit in, so you will do your possible best to know that person and know what she's into that is making her popular. That's peer pressure, and in doing that, you don't know what that person uses, you don't know what that person does. And then you just go and follow that person and it'll tell you to do anything. Like a movie I watched lately, a girl, she's a very quiet student, right? And she sees those popular girls in school, they don't pay attention, they just cause noise. Teachers always come in class and talk to them for their homeworks. So she said that she wanted to be friends with the popular girls. And in doing that, she went to them and told them that she wanted to be friends. And they said that the only way she can be friends with them is by going in the principal's office to change their grades.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah, and that's peer pressure. She's following just to fit into getting a gap.
Yeah.
Yes. Peer pressure can lead people to do many things.
So what would be your advice when it comes to peer pressure on young girls out there?
My advice to girls that is following peer pressure is to be you. Just be yourself. Be focused. Yes. Be yourself. You have that energy, that confidence, that self-confidence to be what you are. You have that gift in you. God gift. Everybody gift that they will be able to showcase their talents, their skills, everything to the world. So I know that each and every girls out there have that talents, that skills to do anything they would like to do positively. Yeah.
I would like to say you shouldn't put yourself in your friend's shoes.
Okay.
Like to fit with your friends. You shouldn't do it. You should be yourself, as she said. You should be yourself, and you shouldn't be no one else. Just yourself.
And I would like to say that nothing should be more precious to you than the unique way God made you. Always be what you are and focus.
Yes, that is so touching. Be what you are and stay focused. So we are here with Team Stand Liberia, and the girls are talented, they are educated, and they are pushing their dreams and their goals. So they have a lot. They are doing a lot of things here in Liberia, and they are up to a lot of things. So we will going to announce the numbers to call again. 087-105-105. Talk to the girls, tell them how you feel about them, and 07786 is 5073. We have 7 minutes to go in the program for the program to end. So we are here. And anything else you like to say?
Well, I would like to say that if so Liberia, across the world, all over, I would like to say that if you educate a girl, you are also empowering a nation. Educate a girl and empower a nation.
I would like to tell them that education starts from the beginning of your life, so you should pay more attention to it.
What else you like to say?
Well, I would like to say education pays a lot, especially for a girl. Education pays a lot, or education plays an important role in girls' life.
All right. Is that it? All right. So we're gonna go and
Baby Earth is related willing. It needs your sender and praise of the universe. Nature's guide, your child. Come save your child. Sisters, come and take back your child. This crazy world is breaking and burning and needs your strength right away. Mother of the universe, Mother Nature's guide, take back your child. Take back your child.
And of course, this is our time. We are here back with another batch of Team Stand Liberia. They are going to introduce themselves. The first batch have left, and we are here with the second batch. So, can you kindly introduce yourselves?
Tears Estama, the face of the people favorite team of change, Team Stand Liberia.
All right.
My name is Bless Mema, Head of Communication of Team Stand Liberia.
I am Tiko Joyce B. Taule, one of the lead ambassadors of Team Stand Liberia.
All right, so we are talking on educating a girl child, the importance of educating a girl, and we talk a lot about girls' education. So how do you see the saying of girls' education? Why is it important to educate a girl?
So firstly, let's define education.
All right.
Education is the art or process of acquiring knowledge.
Okay.
So girls' education is very important because if a girl is, there's a thing that says, if you educate a girl, you educate a nation.
All right.
And if a girl is educated, she becomes an independent person. She's very independent. She doesn't rely on somebody for anything. She do what she feels is right, and she always make good decision that will benefit not herself but her family and also the country.
All right.
So Tears Estama, to add to what Blair said, educating a girl is very good because that girl will become a very young mother, or she'll become a mother in the future. She will educate her children, and her children will educate their children.
Educating a girl is important because we all know girls are future mothers, and she invests the future of the generation to come, and she will have healthier children when she's educated well. And an educated girl can marry someone at her age. She can stay young to marry. She'll make sure she's fully educated, know what she wants to know, get degree before she marry.
And if a girl is educated, she always look back from the place she coming from. She always makes sure that her younger people get quality education. She always makes sure that her family member be independent, that if they go out there, that they will be able to be an independent person, to rely on themselves, not to like depend on somebody for what they want in life.
And educating a girl also leads to helping other people, because if that girl is educated, if she's passing and she sees wrongdoing, she's gonna stand up and say, oh, that's wrong, so don't do that, and she's gonna educate her young ones.
Yes, that was splendid, and I enjoyed how you guys line everything up. Everything makes a lot of sense, and I enjoyed the part that she said, if you educate a girl, she have to bear children, and her children have another child, and there we go. But if she's not educated, she gonna have children. She gonna put that mindset into them, and it's gonna go like that. So we we want to know some disadvantage when it comes to girls education, disadvantage that girls face, women and girls face when they are not educated.
So if a girl is not educated, she will have more children.
Okay.
She'll not be able to decide for herself. People will always take advantage of her. She will always be used by other people. She will not have that privilege to know what is right and what is wrong. People will always talk to her. They will always tell her what to do. And it shouldn't be like that. Everybody should have the right to do what they want to do, to know what is right, and to have a quality education. Because without quality education, you are not, you in the future, you will be like somebody that will not be independent. You always rely on somebody for something.
Yeah. I agree with Bliss on what she said. And if a lady or a girl is not educated, she can be taken advantage upon. She will be like she'll be dumped in the society. No one wants to hear her voice. And people say that the education of a girl will always end up in a kitchen.
Yes.
But that's wrong.
Yeah.
An education of a girl don't always end up in the kitchen, because she has a lot of things to do. If she's educated, she has an office to go to, she has her kids to take care of, like the reading competition that we will be hosting, reading and speech competition.
All right.
For example, if girls are not educated, no girl will take part in that reading and speech competition.
Sure.
There will be no girl at all. So boys. And that's not right.
And also, to add on to what Tico said earlier, I read this story online about a girl and her society, about traditional background. So she wanted to go to school. She loved school. And in the place where they're coming from, only boys allowed to go to school. And she had this other grandmother in her town that always support her. She will go, like, she will sneak some books and she will bring it, and she will give it to the girl. The girl will be able to read it. So she read, I think, about 15 when she started her adulthood.
Okay.
So her father said that it's time for you to get married. We already accept your diary. It's time for you to get married. And she said, because she didn't want her to disappoint her father, she agreed. But deep down, she was feeling sad because she wanted to get education. And her brothers wasn't smart. They always paid school fees because they want for boys to go to school, but they wasn't paying attention. So she went, they sent her to fetch water. She went and she started crying because she know if she thought her mother supposed to support her, but she was the one pushing her to get married. She said, if a girl is educated, her education will end up in the kitchen, and that's not true. A girl needs education because if she's educated, she will be a good mother. She will be a better person in the future.
And also on what Blair said about a girl education will end up in a kitchen. Yes, a girl will be educated and won't be any problem in society. She will build up the economy too. She can also help her young ones be educated like her. And, she will have to go in the kitchen to cook too. And education is in many ways. So, some education are formal and some are informal.
Yeah.
So if a girl learn both, she can boost her children knowledge. She will boost her future children knowledge, and they can be someone better in society. Yeah.
So you can explain their formal and informal education. Can you do that for me?
Okay. Formal education is a form of education where we go to school, we learn the theory and practical of everything in school. But informal education is an education by observation.
Okay.
Yeah, an education by observation. And if you want to learn, you'll go to them. Oh, and I will say to him, say, Uncle, auntie, how you can do the one? How you can do the other one? You going to school for a, but because you're serving and you are interested, you can learn it. You can learn it. Yeah.
Informal education, as Tico said.
Yeah.
Informal education, you will go to them and plead to learn that thing, but it'll become a talent. It'll become part of you.
Yeah.
You can also learn formal and informal education because you can learn in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to learn informal education, if you see a brother, if you are a young boy and you really want to know how to fix computers and phones, if you know someone that can do that, you have to do the formal education first, learn the theory part of that whole thing you want to do, and then you can go and learn the practical. That would be great for you.
Yeah, I guess so. That will be great. And these kids are amazing. You guys are amazing. And is there anything else you want to say? Because we have gone into our time. Yes, and then we supposed to be out by now, but is there anything else that you want to share with us?
Yeah. I want to talk to the parents out there.
All right.
So I want to talk to them about their child education.
Okay.
We know you parents, you are working, and sometimes if you come from work, you get tired. You send your child to school to learn. So some parents, if they come from work and they see their children in the living room watching television, instead of them telling the children, oh, go inside and take your book, they tell the children, say, oh, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. So if you tired watching, you should just cut the TV off. And it shouldn't be like that. Make sure you test that child, like my mother.
Okay.
If I'm doing tests that whole week, I won't play. She'll make sure if I bring my test paper home and she know that I got a lot of passing mark, she will test me in it. Because she say that if you bring test paper home and you pass in all, it means you spy. So she will make sure that she tests me, and if I know it, then she will give my prize.
Right.
But if I miss question from that paper, it means I spy.
All right.
Yeah, I will get scolded for that. So parents, please observe your children. Make sure they get quality education.
Yeah, I agree with Bless. And parents should also have eyes on their children while they are on campus. Example for my mother, she have my sponsor number, she have the registrar number, so she can keep an eye on me every step I take on the campus. Even the other teachers, she had their number so that they can know what I'm doing. And if you put your child in that same situation, you'll build your child up the perfect way. Yeah, and it will also be good for them in future, and they will learn to do the same to their own children. So parents, please keep an eye on us.
Yeah.
I would like to emphasize on our speech reading competition.
All right.
So you can register for $10 US per person. We are doing registration because this competition has not been found to quizzing, spelling bee, all of that. Most people do quizzing, spelling bee, debate, but they are not seeing the importance of reading. We need to see the importance of reading and speech competition in Liberia. That's why we brought this speech reading competition per person.
Just to purchase what Jerry said, we got this online reading competition. It'll be starting on March 20th. So we decided to host this competition because most of our children nowadays are not focused on reading. Their reading capacity are low. So we brought this online reading competition. Each school will bring their participants and they will be trained And the fees is $10. Yeah, per person.
Each school will bring their student. Is in online
Reading competitions.
online.
Yeah, the physical is a physical, okay, to correct you. Yeah, it'll be $10 per person.
Per person, depends on the school.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, it will help students to boost up their reading skills and non-participants. Like, you know, for me, I'm not interested in quizzing. I'm interested in spelling bee and not debate.
Alright.
And I also love reading.
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity. When I heard my executive director saying that, guess what? We'll start a reading competition here in Team Stand Liberia. I was so happy.
So
That very
you're
moment.
having a reading competition.
Yeah.
Reading and
Speech competition.
Reading and speech competition where
We hosted a reading and speech writing the competition last year, and Sarah Selma is one of the winners.
for the reading and writing competition. So I'm interested in this one, the reading and speech competition.
Yeah.
So how do people get to you guys if they want to register?
you can just call the number
Yeah.
0770
Okay.
45 34 08 0888 58 13 15.
So you want to call that? Okay. I want to get a clearer picture of the reading and speech competition. If where can one register?
You can call the numbers
Okay.
and they'll
You'll get more
You get more
information.
information.
Okay. Okay. You want to call that number again?
0770 45 34 08.
Okay, these girls are doing a speech and reading competition here in Liberia, and it's very interesting that our young girls are willing to learn and they are equal to learn and chase their dreams. And to our parents, you can watch your child, know what they do, know what they're into. I know there are a lot of work stress and trauma when you come from work, you're tired and you want to go to bed, but at least the least thing you can do is check up on your child, know how she's faring, know how she's doing. And everybody has their little trauma, everybody has a little burden that they're carrying, despite whether the child is small or not. So we all need to pay attention to our children and being a part of the reading. And I'm a huge fan of book. I love novel. So being a part of this thing help boost your child up, learning how to read and learning how to do public speaking is very important for the child, and it's very important for the country Liberia at large. So you want to find interest in it, you can call the numbers that they have just called, or you can reach their online page. They have their online page as well. You can reach them out, register your child for just $10. $10 is not a lot. It's just little money. Education is very expensive, and $10 is just less. So you can do that. Each school can have their participant there. So with not much to say, I think we have exhausted all of what you wanted to do, right? You have said a lot.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
my last saying to Liberia, you don't have to stop being peaceful until you are proud.
Before I leave, I want to say thank you for inviting us to be here today to have this little chat with you. It feels amazing. And I hope this is not the end.
It
And
would never be.
I'm great and welcome all the time. And Liberians, you know this is what the world expects of you, to get quality education. So we need your guidance. We need you to push us. We as young kids, we need that education. So it's a responsibility to make sure that we get it.
It's their responsibility. Our
Yes,
parents, you are responsible for our education.
Our education.
Okay, I'm Tigo Joyce Petalele, and I'd like to say the change in our society for having educated girls is based on you, our parents. The change is you and you alone.
Oh wow, that's great. The change is you as a parents and you alone. It's not my burden, not my fault. You have to take the burden. You have to make sure that I'm educated as a parent. It was nice having you here, and I'm so excited that you guys came. And I would love to have you another time to talk on a lot of things. So thank you guys for coming, and thanks to our listeners, our follower via our online page in loveradioonline.com. Thank you guys for following us. We are here every Wednesday for the program Empire for Women. And being a woman starts from being a girl. So our girls are here seeking education, and education is very, very much important. Until then, my name is Ethel Grace Gibson, and have yourselves a wonderful day.